All right, so this could be anyone's survey. It's all just the omnibus data, but let's have a quick look at what we might do with it. So we're in this whole business of trawling through and making sense of our data, and there it is. So question 5 there is age. How old are you? Question 4, gender. Yeah, no problems at all. So of course, the first thing we do, I mean, we have been doing it with the Qualtrics framework. There we are. How much you spend on groceries, gender, age, all of that sort of thing. So of course, the first thing we can do is where's our age one? How old are you? Q5. As I said, the first thing we can do is a frequency table. So we can show the frequency table, and there it is. It runs, and there's a look at how the age breakdown goes for this particular piece of data. No problems at all. It's 1 below 15, 15 to 21, 65. Okay, so we got a big clustering in there. So later on, I'll show you how we collapse that into usable variable categories. All right. So where can we go next? We can look at the occupation. Do a frequency table. Pull it back and current occupation. Sure, that's it. Hit the go button. Current occupation, managerial, executive, professional specialty, whole bunch of students, no surprises there, and others. So all right, so that's one way of looking at it. Why don't we do a two-way frequency table or a crosstab with both age and occupation? So crosstabs, pull this in, and how old are you as rows, and occupation as columns. And there we go. Let's see, I bet you there's an age clunk out here. Yep, students and others. Now, yep, if we wanted to, we could run a chi-squared test on that and see if there's an imbalance of see if they're clustered. Now, let's breathe some sense into that variable then, the age variable. So we come back and have a look at age, and we've already looked at that frequency table. Actually, I'll look at it here. We've already looked at that frequency table on age, and we've got that very, very big skew there. Why don't we create three categories why don't we clump all of those, the 26 and above, to one overall category. So let's do this. We'll transform. You can run these menus just from the analysis screen, so you can see it's all the same menu just from the analysis screen as well. But transform, recode into a different variable, and we're going to recode this variable. How old are you? Recode variable 5 into age, low LMH, low, medium, high. Okay, and then we hit old and new values, and we do. Now I need to come back, have a look at what it is I'm doing. What's my variable structure? My variable structure. How old are you? Okay. Take a little note here. I'm going to do this. If it's got a value of 2, I'm going to recode it as 1. If it's got a value of 3, I'm going to recode it as 2. And if it's got a value of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 to 9, I'm going to recode it as 3. So you can see how that's low, medium and high. Alright, so I come back to this, transform, recode into different variables, go back to here, age, how old are you? Recode it into age LMH for low, medium, high. Age LMH, old and new values, value 2 goes to 1, add. So that means if it's in the old variable as a 2, we're going to make it in the new variable age LMH as a 1. If it's a 2, if it's a 3, then we're going to recode it as a 2. No problems. Add. And then if it's a range value through highest, if it's a 4 through to the highest possible value, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 4 to 9, we recode it as 3. Add. We hit that button there. Continue. So now we've done. Yep, I hit that change button. So it's now Q5 to age LMH, old and new values. 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 2, 4 through to the highest goes to 3. Hit continue, and that should do it. That should quite simply give us a whole new code. Wrong screen, right screen, age LMH. I'm going to do that. Low, medium, high, yeah, age, low, medium, high. Values, I can give these values a name. 1 is low, 2 is medium, and 3 is high. Great. Hit the OK button. Look, we've created a new variable. If we look at that data, age LMH, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. There is a 3. There is a 3. Okay. If I do an analyze descriptives, frequencies, age LMH, it'll give me, yep, age LMH. It'll run me a frequency table that says low, 65 lows, medium, 179 mediums. Okay, it's a bit clumpy still, isn't it? But you know, we're making the variable as good as we can. High, at least we've got 91 in there. So we've got we've turned that clumsy age variable that's got a long tail and we can't make any sense of. At least we can change that clumsy age variable into something interesting. So then we can do a crosstab of age LMH with, what else should we think about? Age LMH and let's do yeah, grocery spend. So age LMH and grocery spend. Descriptives, crosstabs. Take that one out. Take that one out. Age LMH with grocery spend. Let's ask it for a chi-squared test. And any of you who have done crosstabs with the clumsy looking variable will say, or will know how bad it looks. Well, now we've got it at least with a slightly less clumsy. So we've got low, medium and high, and then we've got a variable there that goes 50. All right. So I mean, that gives us a picture of how age tends to vary with grocery spend. Again, what does the chi-squared test do? The chi-squared tests against a null hypothesis of no particular pattern. Okay, so what we've got here is if there was nothing much going on in this data, we would get a p-value, an asymptotic significance. We'd get a p-value that's over 0.05. So what we're actually seeing there, which looks like a clustering of spending, of low spending with low age, clustering off to the left-hand side, is looking like a real pattern. I'll tell you what I would do. What I would do is I would recode. Does anyone want to watch me go through the recoding process on that grocery spend, or should we just leave it? You want to, because you might not have seen me do it, or I might have been going too fast or whatever. Why don't we recode this grocery spend then to low, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we recode into a 200 plus. That makes sense. We've got a long tail of stuff here, or do we want to cluster it right up from 100 plus? I don't think so. I mean, it's your analysis. I think we do 200 plus. No problems at all. Okay, so let's recode that variable in front of us. Grocery spend, Q3. Transform, recode into different variables. Take this one out because we've done that. Approximately how much? Spend. Spend LMMH. I know what it is. Okay, old and new values. Take all these out, remove. Okay, 1 equals 1, add. 2 equals 2, add. 3 equals 3, add. And then we do this one, range 4 through highest. Call it 4. So we've recoded now all of that stuff that was the 200 plus. That long tail is all recoded into a variable all its own, and that should do it. Recode, done. So what we're hoping is that stuff all gets clustered into one variable, which, if we look at the data screen, spend LMMH, no problems. Yeah, 1 low, 2 M low, 3 M high, 4 high. Hit the OK button, no problems. Spend low, etc. Why not? And then there we go, there's our variable, low, medium, high. So we've recoded that into 4 areas. So this recode into different variables, very useful. If I look at what the variable looks like, take it out and go to spend low, hit the OK button. What have we got? Low, medium, low. So there's where our numbers go. If we do a crosstab, instead of approximately how much, we go down and look at spend, low, etc., and that'll clump up our crosstabs and give us a vaguely more interesting pattern. So now we've done age, low to high, spend, low to high. Those areas all look fairly full, and we can start trying to make sense of what that bivariate crosstab looks like. So that's a handy thing. So if your data looks a little clumsy or a little untidy, we can see that we can cluster it into areas to make more sense of it.